Hey guys, this is something I'm really excited to show you today. Yeah, it's the inner geek coming out of me here, but today we're working in WordPress with the wonderful GeneratePress theme. I want to show off the excellent GeneratePress Pro sections, something which is often overlooked as people jump straight in and just ignore everything and slap a page builder on top. But what I want to show you today is something that you can do that's very powerful using the sections add-on. As you can see here on our page, we've got actually 9 sections. The top one's just something for the title, but if we look inside each of the sections, there's nothing really that clever. We've got some text in each one of them, and on some we've got background set in, and we've got some custom classes that are going to come into play in a little while. So just quickly jump in to show you what the page looks like at the moment. And what we can see is we have our 8 sections just stacked on top of each other. So what we want to do now is we want to actually make these sections become a grid, and for us to have the ability to chop and change how that grid is responsive and how that grid's laid out. And we're just going to use a bit of simple CSS. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to bring up the brackets where I've currently got my code stored, and I'm going to take a copy of the first section of the text and we're going to paste this in. This effectively is just putting a flex box around the actual sections. So it's a very simple piece of code. There's a bit of formatting inside, but generally most of the work is being done here. So let's see what happens when we update the page and we have a look. Now we can see that we have our sections laid out, and we're just going to quickly jump into responsive mode, and we're going to have a look at exactly how it pans out across the different views. So as we can see, we have responsive sections, and they just ebb and flow as we resize the screen. So jumping back to the code now, because we actually want to probably have some control over exactly how those columns are going to fit. So we're going to add some extra layers of CSS now, which basically is going to give us some extra selectors which allow us to define things such as the width, and for a future release the actual order that they're going to be displayed in, as well as some mobile responsiveness. So just extra bit of code to go into the meta box, and we're going to update the section. And now when we look at what we can actually see, and ignore I'm on a supersized Mac screen, so it has a habit of throwing things out, but we're going to go to the responsive view and show you this is how it will look. These are the sections laid out, so the head one's set to 100%, the next column is set to 75%, and 25% down until we reach the sort of last sections. Okay, so of course you may think this takes some time to set up, but actually now it's very, very easy to edit. So switching back to the editor, what we're going to do is have a closer look at the sections. And when we go to the first sections, we're going to see we've got this DB75 in here, which sets that column to 75%. Now we want to have the top 2 columns set to 50. Now the way I've set it up is to give us control and remove that sort of natural flexibility of a flex box. So in order to make sure it all flows properly, we're then going to go to the second section and set that to 50%. Okay, and when we update it, and when we take a close look, and just go back to responsive, we can actually see we now have our 2 sections set to 50%. Now what's really cool is the fact that these sections still are used for the editing, so for potentially clients that want to put just content in, they just use the section box. They don't have to touch no code, there's no worries about the grid being affected, and they just place content in. And as you can see now, we maintain our columns until of course we reach mobile view, when they just stack. Now a later release I'll be showing you how to change the order, which quite strangely with this particular method you'll actually reorder the mobile one, because it makes it slightly more simple to understand how you set the grids up. But I just want to show you something as well on the basis that what we have with obviously the benefit of sections is the fact it has all of the abilities of the section, including parallax, which we can see just sneaking away there in section 4. So yes, as you can probably tell, I'm super stoked, and I'd really like to obviously say thank you to the wonderful Tom Osborne for giving these abilities, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. And at some point I'll probably add the code to GIST and attach it to the video.